And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have something very, very special we're going to do. We are very pleased to have with us today U.S. Army Green Berets A Company, 1st Battalion, 3rd Special Forces Group, based right here, actually based in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, a big Market America welcome for Master Sergeant Mike Fairfax, Sergeant First Class Floyd Guyton, and Staff Sergeant Zachary Gibson.
Thank you. I'd like to thank Embassy Tide for singing that national anthem. It gave me chills. They were awesome. Thanks. All right. Excuse me if I'm a little nervous. I never talked to this many people before. And if I stumble in my words a little bit, I've been blown up once or twice, so if my TBI kicks in, please forgive me. Morning, Market America. My name's Master Sergeant Mike Fairfax, and today I'm joined here today by Sergeant First Class Floyd Guyton and Staff Sergeant Zach Gibson. First, if you could, I'd like to take a minute, if we could have a moment of silence for some of our fallen brothers in the past year from 3rd Group that made the ultimate sacrifice for this country. Their names are Captain Mike Holbrook, Staff Sergeant Kyle Warren, and Master Sergeant Mark Bittner. Also, if you could, please keep in your thoughts and prayers for Master Sergeant Dave Smith, Sergeant First Class Mark Holbert, Sergeant First Class John Masson, and Sergeant First Class Matt Corbin. They're still recovering from their wounds from the last rotation we just got back from about 3 months ago. Thank you. Today, me and my teammates are here today to present a flag to Market America that was actually carried on a combat mission in southern Afghanistan by the Afghan Commandos and Special Forces Operation Attachment Alpha 3116. Or for short, we always call it ODA, so it's ODA 3116. So I probably need to start from the beginning on how this happened. I was informally introduced to Market America from Mr. Larry Ledford, that is part of the OR Foundation that helped me out originally with my house. I was severely injured in 2005 in Afghanistan when my vehicle I was in hit an improvised explosive device, or IED. At that time, I was bleeding out from my open fracture in my leg. My left lung was collapsed and my right eye was popped out of socket. So I recovered from my wounds, but eventually, 2 years later, I decided to have an elective amputation on my right leg. So Mr. Lefford found out that I was trying to build a house at that time for my needs, and it was one that I was going to retire in. I retired, and I was going to stay in. And for guys that are disabled from the war and everything, sometimes they need special needs for their house, and so Mr. Lefford and the OR Foundation were there to help me out financially for what I needed. So as years went on, a couple years went by, I've been back to Afghanistan twice since my amputation and served. on my second trip, the one we were just on, I was contacted by Mr. Lefford, and he said, hey, I got a company called Market America that wants to send your guys some product. So I didn't think too much about it, and about 10 days later, I get these 6 huge boxes, I mean, they were enormous, of this stuff called Torch Hydrate. It was probably easily, you know, 1,000 packets of that stuff. So, I mean, it was a lot. I was totally overwhelmed, you know, by Market America's generosity and support to us guys. So, you know, being a guy that tried to always stay physically fit, I looked at the ingredients in it and actually had stuff in there that I took already, but not, you know, all in one package. So I distributed it out through the guys on ODA 316 and myself and some guys on my team. And they actually conducted a mission a few days later, and one of the guys come back and he said, hey, the exact words was, hey, that stuff was money. You know? And that's what Market America did. They supported us. I've never seen from one company support troops like this company did. I mean, it was awesome. But today, I'd like to ask Mr. and Mrs. Ridinger to come to the stage.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Thank you very much.
This time, I'd like to have Staff Sergeant Gibson present a flag to Mr. Ridinger.
Thank you, sir.
Amazing. Thank you, guys. This is
And Mr.
overwhelming.
Sergeant First Class Guyton could present the certificate to Mrs. Ridinger. One second.
the most important.
Wow.
Also, I'd like to present a company coin from our AOB from a past deployment.
Wow. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Wow. Major Sergeant Fairfax, we want to thank you. You know, it's a great honor for Market America to receive this very special flag from the field of battle. It represents the sacrifices of many men and women. And we would especially like to thank Green Beret Company A for their defending our freedoms to allow us to pursue our dreams. We believe that the strength and backbone of America is our military strength and entrepreneurism. But without our military strength, we couldn't practice entrepreneurism. So it's you that gives us our freedom. We want to thank you guys. You're the best.
you guys are
You're the best.
You're the best.
Okay.
You made the whole weekend.
Thank you, man.
You made the whole weekend.
Thank you.
This is I think this is the greatest gift we've ever gotten, because without you guys, we're nothing. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, guys.
I never met Green Berets before.